All right, so it's been a long time coming, but I have a workshop finally. 3.5 years ago, we moved from Phoenix to the Orlando area, bought a house, 3-car garage, thought it'd be enough. Long story short, it wasn't. 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, we bought this house, 3-car garage. I knew it wouldn't be enough, bought it because we could put a shop on it. And so I built a 52 by 24 workshop so that I could work on this guy, my factory 5 GTM, and I could have space to do all the other things. So here's a quick little tour. So came in through the garage door here. It's a 16 by 11 garage door, 12-foot ceilings in here. My part of the shop is 30-ish feet deep. That's to those doors right there. Plus I got a couple feet of space in a closet between behind the blue double doors. I've got a room, I'll get to that here in a moment, that's a powder coat, Cerakote spray paint booth room basically. And yeah, this is it. So the company built the garage. It was just basically sticks inside. There was no walls, no ceilings, no nothing, and I did basically everything myself. The only thing I didn't do was the texture on the sheetrock and hang the sheetrock in the ceiling, because that stuff's big and heavy and I can't do it by myself. So either way, here is a quick little tour. So start off in the corner. I guess we'll just start from the front. I have, and everything's messy still, so I haven't organized, but this is all some cleaning goods and just kind of miscellaneous stuff like that. I've got my Milwaukee shop vac that I use for cleaning floors in cars. Got some of my old license plates there from various different places. Bunch of stuff here. So we've got air here, so that's plumbed in the walls. There's 3 outlets down here, and up in the attic, so like literally straight above this garage door right here, there are 2 compressors, about 40 gallons in total, and those are controlled by these 2 switches right here. That's one, and then that's the other. Can run them separately or together. They're not gigantic, but they'll work. 2 of them together will work no problem to do media blasting. Let's see, got a 220 or 240 volt outlet right there. These switches on top are for exterior lights, middle are for interior lights, and of course the bottom for 2 compressors, and then a 3rd switch that leads up to the attic. Got the heavy duty, Husky from Home Depot cabinets here. I've actually had these for a while. Inside here, everything is, for the most part, organized into boxes of stuff. I did a light switch there so it lights up when they're open. Just a mess in these top ones right now, so forgive me there. I'm not going to open those. And then same thing over here. Plus I have some of my Milwaukee tools hanging on the doors. And same thing back here. Up top, I've got some networking equipment and a unraid server that I use for kind of redundancy for the server inside the house. Audio system, nothing crazy, just a sound bar here powered by that, plus a powered sub, and I think it's a 55-inch TV. I don't know, we've had it forever. But yeah, so it's nice, just got a Chromecast hooked up to it. My brother's flag from the division that he used to be in, before he passed. Got, let's see here. So I guess let's do this. So this guy. So I've got some stuff on the ground just because it's a good storage space. But these two rails lead up here. That is a elevator I built. So it's just a cable, single winch, 650-pound winch with a doubler on it, so I can lift 1,000 pounds easy, no problem. It's 3 foot by 4 foot, so anytime I need to get stuff up to the loft up there, the attic, all I do is I don't know if you can see it, but there's a door right here. It's just a normal attic ladder. Go up there and come down, bring that down, load it, and then winch it back up. Up there is 600 square foot of storage space. All right, so of course after the 600 square foot of storage space, I got my compressors up there. There's lights. It's all insulated. Well, it's actually not an insulated space, but insulated for the ceiling, so that this area stays. It's just a normal attic, but I do have a attic fan up there that will vent it out pretty quickly. Up here on top, I've just got some storage space for random car parts, things that I need, but I'm not using right this second. It's mostly GTM parts. So I've got the doors are right there. Got the hatch, some of the carbon fiber panels, some interior stuff. I've got a Mr. Cool AC unit. So it's a mini split. It's a 36K mini split. 18K up here, and then 18K in the back half, which is going to be an area my wife's going to use. Behind these doors is some tools and random storage. Maybe lights turn on motion. There we go. So just, again, some tools, random storage. Got some woodworking stuff down here. Argon for the welder. It kind of goes back in there a little bit. Built all these shelves myself, of course. In here I went with the pressed wood walls, so I can hang anything anywhere without worrying. The rest of this is just regular sheetrock, just normal. I did, when I was putting it up though, there's some areas like behind the cabinets here and behind the pressure washer, which I'll get to, that are blocked, so you can just mount stuff straight to the wall without issue. Let's go in here. So this room is kind of cool. I wanted an area that I could powder coat, or I do some Cerakote, spray paint, whatever the case may be, in here. So I've got a big exhaust duct fan there. Inside that box is an air filter system so that it's not pouring just like dust and dirt outside. Got a vent here, of course, so you can turn this on, and it's really quiet actually, so that's max. So you can hear it kind of spin up a little bit. So it moves some air, it moves like a lot of air, and it's not super loud, but it's a little noisy. So anyways, so that, obviously pulls fumes and stuff out. When you close this door has sealing all the way around it. So it like when it's shut, it's dusty. When it's shut, it's sealed pretty well, even including a thing at the bottom. And I've got a air filter up here, which I don't know if you saw when we came in, but that's up there. So it just pulls clean air through, so there's not just dust out everywhere. So just kind of, I don't know if I designed it myself, but I, looked at other things and thought, hey, like this is the right way to do it. Of course, a bunch of equipment up there for Cerakoting, powder coating. Here's some of my Cerakote stuff that I have. Dryer, regulator for the smaller airbrush guns, paint guns for that. This is it's actually at this point about 10 years old, Harbor Freight media blasting setup. I've modified it though. It's got, I think Scat Blast is the name of the company, a pickup tube and gun inside there. Got another air setup here that comes from, again, upstairs. Yeah, so even a dust extractor, so it keeps some of the dust down inside there. Moving on, I've got a teardown table here. I use it for teardown, welding, stuff like that. Right this second I've got a Model S inner CV axle cup out because I'm working on getting some axles made for the GTM. It's my box of axles there. The welder's down there somewhere. I have to pull it out whenever I want to use it. Got some shocks off my Model 3. I just replaced those with some a setup from Mountain Pass Performance. Tool storage. This is a baker's oven basically. It's pretty big inside. Anyways, this is what I'm using to cure Cerakote and powder coat at this point. Got some hardware up here that I made to hang things from inside, so that works pretty well. I moved my gun safe out here from the inside. It's not bolted down just yet, but it will be. Just wanted more space inside the house. More tools. Hose reel here, so this is the third air supply spot. Hose reel there, just normal 3/8 hose. And then over here, I've got a pressure washer set up. So it's I think it's called the Active 2.0 pressure washer, 100-foot hose reel. The gun is just the one that came with it down there. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or replace it just yet. But this is a super nice setup to have. I love having the ability to just run this. I've got a switch here to turn the pressure washer on, and up there is an outlet in case I ever want to put a garage door opener. It'll be one of the jack shaft openers. Anyways, got running water out here so I can clean things, wash my hands, whatever. Right now it's filthy because I have been cleaning my 3D printer boards, and they just leave so much junk, and I haven't done anything with them yet. I do have, let's see if you can see this, hot water down here. It's just a tiny on-demand hot water heater. It is 220 volts, so it does work pretty decent, but it's nice to have. Over here, hose bib inside with a hose obviously that goes up to the pressure washer, and then of course a hose just to do whatever I want with. Excuse my board holding the door up. I installed some insulation on the garage door, and I need to tighten the springs so that it holds itself up. And I think that's it for the building so much. I guess so a couple other things. So I've got a ton of lights. These are all just 4-inch lights. They light up the area, as you can see, pretty well. Like it's good here. It's bright. Why is the car hanging from the ceiling? So when I agreed to let my wife have the back half of the building, I knew that I wasn't going to have a space to put this, because I can't have this body on the chassis when I'm working on the chassis, which I'm still currently doing like some electrical and some of the panels and stuff like that. So anyways, this is actually, it's a kayak pulley system. So it's meant to hold kayaks on the ceiling. And I modified it to do what I want. And so we've got the majority of the body here, and then the front clamshell hood here. And that's the majority of the body. Again, the doors and the hatch are up there above the closet. And then of course we've got the glass here for the back glass and the windshield. Let's talk about this guy real quick. So, it's basically been in storage for 3.5 years. I haven't touched it. I've barely touched it since then, but it is in a good spot. I've got it ready. It's open. Now it's time to really just kind of go on this thing. Next steps, I need to finish some of the mounting brackets and hardware. Some of the aluminum panels still need to be coated and riveted into place. Axle shafts I need to get ordered. I'm working on like finalizing dimensions and stuff like that. And then electrical. So all the high voltage stuff is mostly done. All the front part is done. I just have to finish the back. And then after that, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not, but a painless wiring harness. It came with the kit when I bought the kit from Factory 5, but I haven't even opened the box, so I don't know what I'm going to do necessarily with that or not. A couple things. The tires are too big for the chassis. These came off of a C6, C7, I don't remember. Either way, I think the guy I bought them from was using them on a Corvette because it's a square setup. I'm sorry, Camaro, because it's a square setup. Either way, the tires they're too big diameter, so I will need to work on that. I'm gonna get different wheels anyways, but I need something so I can like test fit body and chassis and stuff like that. Just a couple reminders. Obviously what you see here are batteries out of a Chevy Volt and a drive unit out of a Model S. It's the 400 kilowatt drive unit, which is about 560 horsepower. The controller I have will be able to overdrive that by 10% or so. Batteries are kind of throughout wherever I could find a space to put them effectively. So they're just wherever they could go. The only other thing that's really missing electrically that's not mounted yet is going to be the DC to DC converter, which is going to go right there. And then after that, I hope to have a running, driving vehicle. Yeah, should be interesting. That's what the Factory 5 calls like the go-kart stage. And then it will be body work and all the fiberglass stuff, which is going to be a ton of fun. So we'll see how that comes along in the next, I don't know, year or two. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, this is it. Let me just go do a quick shot from out front again. I just painted the whole building myself this past weekend, so like 5 days ago. Matches the house, color matches the house at least. Real quick here, our cars, and you can see my 3D printers lit up in the background over there. So anyways, thanks for watching, and hopefully to be having a lot more projects coming up that I can share.